Hello and welcome to the market update for Thursday, February 26th. I am Ricky Walters,
He's the mortgage wise guy, wise guy.
and we're going to talk about today home appreciation. Will we be seeing multiple offers again soon? Thing of the past, or is it coming back? Well, first of all, let's take a look at active listings. If you compare active listings pre-pandemic, fourth quarter of 2019 to fourth quarter of 2025. And you can see a lot of states in the East not doing so well, but here in the Midwest and West, pretty good. California is only down 6%, and we've got a lot more of affordability challenges because of the high cost of housing here. But Lawrence Yun, who is the National Association of Realtors chief economist, predicts mortgage rates near 6%. Well, we're already there, Lawrence. And because of that, he thinks an additional 5.5 million households will qualify versus last year. He said most don't act immediately, but about 10% should enter the market, more, 10% more, potentially adding 500,000 or so new home buyers nationally this year. All right, new home sales. So that's going to help the inventory side, and you can see we're on strongest pace since February 22 for new home sales, signed contracts. We just got Case Shiller and FHFA home appreciation, not showing, super hot, but for December, not bad, 1.3% up for Case Shiller, FHFA, which stands for Federal Housing Finance Authority Administration, excuse me, is up 1.8% for the month of December. This is really the key graphic that you need to pay attention to. This is all of last year, going back a year, and you can see home price appreciation is really tied, surprise, surprise, to what mortgage rates do. When mortgage rates were their highest in the middle of last year, March through July, high sixes to low sevens, that's where we actually saw some depreciation for several of the summer months, which is normally the time when people are having the most activity for buying. I'm sure you all know that. But look here at the end of the year, the last 4 months, we were seeing 4.6 and 5.3% appreciation annually those months. And again, this is a national picture. So the market rate forecast is really key on what we're going to see on activity and people buying homes and how much the inventory is moving. And you can see almost everybody, including Fannie Mae, is right around six or low sixes, which is funny to me because we're already there. The average is 6.18, but my prediction, along with MBS Highway, is 5.6% is the low point we're going to hit this year. Maybe even 5.5%, I think, is not unlikely or unreasonable. Why is that? Well, the biggest reason is inflation comes down. It's the biggest enemy of fixed assets like bonds and mortgage-backed securities, which affect mortgage rates on a daily basis. You can see the last 3 years and before that, you'd see a lot of price appreciation for apartments going up at the beginning of the year. And we're the smallest increase that we've seen probably going back since pre-pandemic. Additionally, the shelter is component of both the consumer price index and personal consumption expenditure measurement of inflation. Fed's favorite measure is trending lower. It's the largest component in the inflation picture, and it's continuing to trend lower because new rents on the previous slide, if you saw that, let me see if I can go back here. No, here it is. New rents at the top. I'm sorry. New rents are actually negative 1.5%. And mortgage applications, this is a week old, but year over year, we're up 12% on purchases and wow, 150% on refinances. Why is that? Because I keep saying and you keep hearing, and you should keep repeating to your borrowers, marry the home and date the rate. You can get a lower rate if you buy now. And what's going on that's driving rates directly every day? The benchmark 10-year Treasury yield. My goodness, look at this. Look at the decline we've seen since the beginning of February. So just in the last 3.5 weeks, we've seen it come down from about 4.3 on the 10-year Treasury yield to we hit right at 4% today, closed right on it. We get under 4%, we're going to see sustained mortgage rates under 6% into the fives. and that will help the affordability picture for everyone and cause more activity in the market, and we're all going to have a party. So good news is coming. Tell your buyers not to wait because they're going to have more competition. I am Ricky Walters.
He's the mortgage wise guy, wise guy.